All right, guys. Starting shortly. Just getting all set up. Can you guys tell me if you can hear me? Oh, it's going. It's connecting. Here we go. Hopefully soon. All good? Oh, looks like Twitch is going. 1 minute late. Is it not going still? Why? Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Still being slow. Come on. Loud and clear. Awesome. Hold on. YouTube's not working yet. We're trying to get it up and going. Is it not working still? Can you refresh it and hit play? Sound is good? Oh, Mark, thank you very much. Okay, can you see? Is visual good? Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? Can you guys over on YouTube see me okay? Can you please say in the chat if you can see me and hear me on live? Anyway, hello, my name is Shane Olson, and thank you very much and welcome to this stream. Just my splash screen. Okay, so YouTube, you guys are a bit delayed here. I'm trying to get... Okay, hold on. Twitch is working. YouTube is not. Why not? Eesh. Okay, come on, YouTube. What's that? Waiting for what? Waiting for me? Okay, hold on, guys. I just want to make sure. Why isn't this going? Hey, I'm here. It shows me. Okay, sorry, guys. I'm up on YouTube. All right, here we go. Thanks, guys. Here we go. Okay, so let's get started here. And thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me. I know it's, you guys are busy and you have things going on. I just really want to reach out and say thank you for joining me today. I kind of feel Bob Ross-ish, right? Thank you for welcoming me into your home today. So today I want to talk about, I'm opening the winter enrollment for my course. And the course, as you guys probably know, is called the 3D Character Workshop. And it's been going on since March of last year. And it's been phenomenal. It's a huge change in my life and all the students that have joined me in this journey. It's super, super fun and it's been fantastic. And I'm going to show you what it is. And then I'm going to show you everything inside the behind the scenes. And then I'm going to show you inside the community, the student community and everything. And then I will show you the price and I will open it for enrollment today. And if you guys stay till the very end, I have a special offer for you. So I know that's super salesman-y of me. I hate being the sales guy and the marketing guy. That's not me. That's why this is really not a webinar. It's more of like just an info thing for you guys and to kick off the winter enrollment. And I'm going to keep the cart open or the enrollment open for longer this time for those of you who can't quite make the purchase today, but if you can make the purchase today, I have a special offer for you. So anyway, let's get started. Like I said, my name is Shane Olson, and I have been in the game industry for about 18 years. I started as a modeler. I would model characters and environments and all sorts of stuff. And then I got into animation. I worked in animation for quite a while. And then I got into rigging for a while. But ultimately, I love doing character models and I love doing stylized stuff. So, oh, and also I want to inject that I'm going to be doing questions and answers at the end. So I'm not going to be reading your questions right now. I'll get to those right after I show you the course and everything like that. So, anyway, so I've worked at several studios, 6, I believe. And the latest studio that I worked at was Avalanche here in Utah. That's where I'm at. and I worked on Disney Infinity. That's all these characters and stuff that you see behind me, they're all from Disney Infinity. And ultimately, towards the end of Disney Infinity, I was the department head. So I want to show you some of my work from my personal stuff and Disney Infinity. So we'll get into that really quick. And this is my ArtStation. I need to update it with more stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of Disney Infinity characters here. And there's also some personal work. And with this course, this character is the character that I use to kind of walk you through the course and teach you how to make a stylized character. And what's different about the 3D Character Workshop is that I take you from start all the way to the end. That means all the way to a game character that you can put into a game and use in the end. So, and that's what this is here. This is a Marmoset tool bag preview of the character. Okay, so like this. And like I show you how to pose and how to bake the maps and the wireframe and all that kind of stuff. I'll get into that later, but I just wanted to show you this. Okay, so let's get into what the workshop is. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about kind of my history in teaching. So I first started out by doing a few small tutorials for Digital Tutors, which is now Pluralsight. I have, I think, 4 or 5 tutorials on there, and a lot of you may know me from those tutorials, and a lot of people love the way I teach, and so I kind of found a really liking to it. I love to teach. I almost love to teach more than I love to model characters, and it's been fantastic. And I love the student interaction and seeing students get better over time. So that's where I started is Digital Tutors and Pluralsight. I think my first tutorial, it was a head, and the guy kind of looks like Luigi. He's got a green golf cap on, and I think that was viewed over 100,000 times or something. It's crazy by now. It's been out for a while. And then I made a frog tutorial on Gumroad, a really small $20 frog tutorial, and that did okay. A lot of people know me from that as well. And towards the end of Disney Infinity, I started to think, well, you know what? I want to take this bigger. I want to go bigger and make a full-on workshop, and that people can come and learn and take a character all the way through, not just little tidbits here and there, and then really organize it and get the production value very high. So that's kind of my goal. And what I did was it took me 2.5 years to put this together after the Gumroad course. That's why you guys didn't hear from me for a while. And I'm super proud of the results. This is the results, and I'm going to show you now. And so that's kind of my path to teaching. And then in March, I opened the 3D Character Workshop. So I'll show you really quick. Let's go over to, so this is the front page of my workshop. You guys have probably seen it. I give away my brushes, my user interface, and a ruler file. If you guys have watched me stream on Twitch, I stream for Pixelogic every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And well, I think it's 7 p.m. Pacific time. And you guys can catch me over on Pixelogic Twitch channel. So for now, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Okay, so I give away my brushes, my user interface, and a lot of you probably have those already. Okay, and then I also do challenges for the students, and I do the challenges every few months or so. And these are the results of the winter challenge, or yeah, the Christmas challenge that we did, the winter challenge. And these are some phenomenal pieces from some of the students. And then I've just kind of gathered and put together a collage, sort of like the ArtStation trending page of just various student works here. And if you want to see more, there is up top here, there's a blockout gallery and a high-res gallery. And this is all at 3dcharacterworkshop.com, okay? And I'm going to give you the enrollment page a little later here. But I wanted to also take you into the course. So when you purchase the course and you get in here, this is what it's going to look like, okay? Off to the right, you can see how many lessons you have completed. You can see your progress over here. You can see me. And if you need some support, some help, hold on, I got to switch, make sure. Yes, okay. I just want to make sure my camera wasn't looking at me, it was looking at the screen. Okay, so you can see I have a getting started, 7 modules taking you all the way through, and some bonuses, and I also do Facebook Live critiques. Okay, so if we go into getting started, there's a few videos in here. There's just a course intro and how to set up ZBrush. And this is essentially like the videos that are on my front page. And this is how a lesson looks. So you have a video, and then you have text down below, and occasionally there are images showing you how to follow along. So if you are, if English is not your native language, you can come in here to the text, and you can use Google Translator and translate the text and hopefully help you understand some of the what I'm trying to tell you in the videos. Now, I'm working on subtitles, but they're not in there yet. So if you're expecting subtitles, I don't have them yet. I hope they come soon. So if you want to look at these modules, we have Module 1, ZBrush Fundamentals. And you can see all of the lessons inside of Module 1. I take you through each step of ZBrush. And I section each step off. And let's go into one of these so you can see it. And here's a video, and then there's big pictures, and I show you, step by step exactly how to use ZBrush and get comfortable with it. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and then if you start the video, you can make it full screen, and this is the production quality that you can expect. Okay, I have let me see if I can turn desktop audio up.
Using polygroups. In this
I don't know if you can hear that or not. Probably not.
Polygroups
anyway, there's some fun music in the background, and my voice pretty much sounds like my voice right now. And this is essentially how I teach you how to use ZBrush. And you can also see the navigation over here, and there you can see your progress, and any lessons that you've completed, you'll see a little check mark. So you can come back anytime and continue watching these lessons. And then at the very bottom of each of these lessons, it says mark as complete. And if you click that button, it'll give you a check mark. Okay. Then down here, there are comments. So if you have questions about this particular lesson, you can ask comments. And you can see it's very active with all of these comments and questions, which is fantastic. I love my students. There's a lot of them here today. So, I love the comments, and I usually respond to those comments within like 48 hours, 24 hours. I try to get to them in, but that's one way to communicate with me. So let's go back, and I want to show you the other modules. So there's character design. So we get into the introduction. There's like shape language, rhythm and flow, silhouette. It's kind of like Character Art 101. We kind of go over the basics and talk to you about how to read a concept and how to bring that information into your sculpt. Okay, that's what that is about. And then in Module 3, we get into blocking out the characters. I want to show you really fast. So I talked to you about how to block out a character using ZBrush and primitive objects. I show you an example. I do have time lapses in here, but I want to talk to you about the time lapses. A lot of people will do these sped up time lapses where you kind of get lost. I like time lapses, but I don't. And the reason why is because as a student, you get lost because I go too fast. Well, what I do here is I teach you how to do it. Like, here's how to do a character block out. Now watch me do it. And I narrate over the top of the time lapse while I'm going through. So it's not just this super fast video that you get lost on. Okay. So then if you go back, I want to show you some of the results. Let's go to the blockout gallery really quick. And these are, okay, come on. It's being slow. But honestly, the character blockout is about, 80% of the character. And if you haven't seen these blockouts yet, they are phenomenal. See, these are all students' work. None of this is my own. This is how I teach you how to block out a character and how to look at the concept, read it, and transform it into a character that has primitive objects. And if you've watched the other videos, I talk about Preston Blair. That's how I kind of got into this. I need to credit Michael DeFeo and Preston Blair. So Michael DeFeo, he is a fantastic traditional sculptor that started with regular clay and he moved into digital. And just the way he works, I watched some of his videos and he uses primitives to block out characters. It's fantastic. And then I saw Preston Blair. You can kind of see a Preston Blair piece right here. See this cat? He would block out characters using primitive shapes when he would draw them. He's a 2D artist. Well, he was a 2D artist and an animator, and he would block out these characters so he could stay on model while he was animating. It's fantastic, and it makes total sense to block out characters this way. Now, that being said, there are some studios that will use a base mesh and they don't want you to block out characters this way, but this is a fantastic way of getting in your head how the volumes of a character works. Okay, so let's go back to, that's the community. Let's go back to, so after the block out, then I show you how to make the clothing. You go into here and we talk about the costuming, cloth wrinkles, how to build props with the Z Modeler brush, how to do poly painting, how to keep everything clean and polished. And I want to let you know, I'll tell you right now that this course is lifetime access. So this is not an 8-week course. You don't have assignments. You don't have specific deadlines. You're in here for life because it's a lifetime journey. You're working your way through this and you're building up your skills as an artist, okay? So I wanted you to have lifetime access, and no other course has lifetime access like this. And so I just wanted to point that out. What that means is I kind of built it around how ZBrush does their courses. Here, let me switch back to full cam. So the way ZBrush works is when you buy ZBrush, you get upgrades for life for free. And that is how this, I love that. And that's how this course works. So all of the updates you get for free. And I've added, so the clean and polished lesson, that was added a few months after I opened the course. And that was no cost. I just continue to open it, or continue to upgrade it. So what I react to is I see how the students are doing and where they're struggling. And then I say, you know what? I could use another lesson here, or this could be expanded upon, or if ZBrush makes a new release and all of a sudden they have all this new stuff like the Z Modeler brush, I need to get in there and update the lessons and make sure that you can keep up with the newest and latest trends. So I do my best to try and keep up. I don't always get it in there right away, but I love to continually update this and react to students' issues and where they're struggling. So okay, now let's go back to this, the modules here. Then we get into detailing the head and the hair. And we talk about creating the hair, and here's another time lapse so you can watch me do it. Then there is detailing the face, and I also show you a face detailing time lapse. And this is an area where I really want to do more lessons. I want to show there's like 4 different ways of doing hair that I really like. And some of the students have actually added their own ways that they like to do hair, and they've put their tutorials inside the community. It's fantastic. I'm telling you guys, this community is absurd. It's so fun and awesome. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here, and then we get into character posing. This is where I show you how to pose a character using the new, well, in this one, I use the transpose tool. I did this course before they released the gizmo, so I need to go back in here and talk about the gizmo. I do have a lesson on the gizmo, but I don't talk about it in this posing prep, okay? So in this prep for posing, I go through and I take you through exactly how to pose your character. Okay, and then how to prep for posing, because posing inside of ZBrush is crazy. It's kind of difficult, and I kind of hold your hand through it a little bit. And then we have another character posing time lapse. I would like to do another one where I slow this down. That's coming. And I just, like I said, I keep adding this stuff. So then the final module is game creation. And this covers how to do retopology. And I use 3D Coat in this course, okay? So 3D Coat is fantastic for retopology and UVs. So, and the price point of getting 3D Coat is very low. You don't need the professional version to do this. You can just use the educational version unless you want to do something that you're getting paid for. Then you can upgrade. But I talk about the face topology, the hair retopology, body, and how to create the teeth and tongue for a game character. Then I talk to you about how to do the UVs and how to UV a hard surface like the gun. And then I talk about baking maps. And in this lesson, we get into using Marmoset Tool Bag 3. So we talk about, and this is a very, very new pipeline. And Blizzard is using this pipeline to bake their maps, to transfer stuff for Overwatch. And so this is like the latest and greatest stuff here. I'm not showing you some older stuff. And I go through and I talk to you about exactly how to bake maps from your high resolution character down to your low resolution game character. Okay, so you can see there's a ton of information here. I need to get some more pictures in here, but that's what this is all about. And if you go back here, then that's your game character. Let's go back one more. Now let's talk about bonuses. Okay, I have some cool bonuses in here. And I have this this resource guide, which is essentially, this is where you go and you get, like, if you're missing my custom user interface, I talk about how to render in Keyshot. So this is where you get all the Keyshot assets. I also have permission from ZBrush to give you ZBrush materials that we talk about in the course, and that's where you get them right here. And then there's a whole bunch of links and things that I talk about during the course, places to go to learn about anatomy, a whole bunch of extended learning stuff. You know, this keeps expanding and expanding all the time. So that's a resource guide. Then I have a rendering in Keyshot lesson. So we get into talking about how to render your final images, these beauty shots like this, inside of Keyshot. Okay, that's what this one's all about. Then we get into prepping your model for 3D printing. Like, so all of the characters that are behind me, I spent a lot of time prepping models for 3D printing for Disney Infinity. And I get into teaching you exactly how to prep your models to get ready for 3D printing. And it doesn't matter if you send them to, you know, a mold or a resin printer or an extrusion printer, this all works the same. And I show you how to put keys in the feet and keys in the base so they can go together and you can print them separately. Okay. Then if you're brand new to ZBrush, I have this this male bust mini course. And essentially this male bust, it takes the course and down into very small bite-sized pieces. So I talk to you about how to block out just a head, how to detail out just the head, and then how to create a game character, quote unquote, and bake the maps and everything with just the head. So that way you can go through the course and not be overwhelmed with all the information. We're gonna, you know, slim it down to this very small bite-sized little thing. And that's what that is. And then I also do industry pro interviews. I'm adding more and more of these all the time. I have one with my friend Steve James right now, and we talk about character blockouts and how he uses character blockouts for his stuff. And we talk about how he creates his hair. It's just another way that you can add to your, you know, your weapons of skills. So then I go and here's another one with Mike Thompson. Mike Thompson is fantastic. He's a 2D illustrator that has come into the 3D world, and he uses ZBrush to help with his underpaintings and stuff like that. And Mike Thompson, I also like, when I do these interviews, I like to ask these people to give us some training afterwards. So I'll interview them and ask them how they got to where they are, and then we talk about something that will help you. And increase your skills. And I talked to Mike about how he does his lighting inside of KeyShot. Fantastic. So here we go. So all of this stuff is in the course. Then I also have Facebook Live student critiques. And I used to do Facebook Live, now I do YouTube Live. And but I put them in here, and you'll see this is what I would do is I would ask a student, I see if they get to a certain point, and I say, hey, Carlos, could you send me your latest model, you know, via Google Drive or something like that? I'll take it, and then I will help him find the appeal in the character, or if he's struggling with hair, you know, it depends on what they're doing at the time. And then I will grab the model and help them out and give them a live video, and they can ask me questions while I do it, and all the other students can watch and ask questions at the same time. So this is really cool and a lot of fun to do. So now let's talk about the community. So Facebook Live is going away. I've recently brought in a Google Plus community. It's way better. It's way more visual. There aren't any ads, and it's been going very, very well. So I want to show you what the community looks like, and that's, let me restore this here. And here's me talking about the February challenge. This is a brand new challenge that I just opened up yesterday on February 1st, and I talk about exactly what the challenge is, when the deadline is. So I do give you deadlines to finish characters and give you kind of a little boost, trying to get you to, you know, have a goal and get you through doing characters. Okay, so that's what that's for. And this is Caitlin. She did this fantastic Elvira, and here it is showing how she 3D printed it. And then there's I really like this on the left hand side. There are these filters, so they're kind of like invisible hashtags. So you can put a hashtag on your post that says like blockouts, and then you can just click on blockouts and you see everybody's blockouts. And it's super nice. And you can go to the detailing stuff, and you can see everybody's work here. Fantastic. People asking questions and working through it, and animated GIFs. And you can also see they do, you can do photo albums. So these are things that you can't do on a closed Facebook group. So, you know, animated GIFs and all sorts of stuff. It's so fun. And then high pose renders. Oh yeah, here, let me show you low res game assets. Here you go. So here's a phenomenal one by Daryl Uribe. Look at that. It's so great. And here's another one by Juan. And we go through, like I said, we go through the entire process from start to finish. And then here he is asking questions about, you know, 3D coat. Then I also have gallery submissions. So here's one by Caitlin. There's an awesome one by Winston. Look at that, so good. David Streisberg. There's one by Can and Ashraful. So Ashraful modeled this, and another student goes, hey, can I take a stab at rendering that out? That character is so great. Let me see if I can render it out and see what I can do with it. And this is a collaboration between two students. That's what I'm talking about. This community is so amazing. Okay, so here's a couple more, and then I want to show you these student tutorials. So these are just tutorials that students have put up here. They said, hey guys, you know, this is how I did this hair. If you want to know, here's all the steps that I did to do this hair. Fantastic. So that's an additional skill, you know, skill set that you can get from other students. And there's one on how to render, just fantastic. Then here is where the Q&A video replays that I had over in the Facebook Live community. I've moved them over here. Well, can help me move them, but here's a bunch of videos that now I'm putting them on, like I said, Facebook Live, and then posting them here. Then, yeah, there's character discussion, there's off-topic stuff, all sorts of stuff. So that's the community. I love it. I absolutely love it. Then you can go to all posts and just see everything. Okay. All right. Sorry, I've kind of been ignoring the chat here. Here, let me go back to my full cam here. Okay, I need a drink after that. Blech. Okay, so that is the entire course, everything you'll get, and you can see the community, and you'll get immediate access to the community when you sign up. Immediate access to all of those videos 24/7. You can watch them whenever you want at your own pace. And that's why it's so good that this course is lifetime access, because a lot of you are busy. You know, you're trying to get into the industry, but you're working other jobs. So you're doing this at night and you don't have a lot of time to commit to this. So you can just kind of watch the videos at your own leisure. And then when you're ready to post some artwork or a work in progress or something, you just put it on the community, and the students in there are fantastic to give you feedback. I'll occasionally give you feedback. So that's kind of the trade-off of doing a course like this, is I'm not there every single week giving you feedback. It's I'm constantly watching the community and seeing people post things. Then occasionally I'll see somebody that needs help and I'll go, oh, hey, and I will chat and I'll say, you know, you might want to fix this or that, you know. Here, let me see if I can show you. Another thing I do is I do animated GIF feedback. So you can see the before and the after, and I will take it into Photoshop typically, and I will liquefy it and kind of move things around to give you an idea of how to make your model better. Let me see, there's so much stuff in here. Just trying to find one particular. Well, you get to see all the art. Let's see, almost there. So this Corinne, I did a video feedback for her. Then, and there's also student intros. You can come in and say hi, tell us who you are. Oh, here, okay, this is the one I'm looking for. Okay, so this is Sean Burks, and I made a before and after GIF. So this is after, and this is before. So I actually asked him to send me his model. This is not a before and after GIF that I gave him, that I took into Photoshop and liquefied. This is because of liquefy, I couldn't get to the point where, oh, I got to show it to you. Sorry. I'm showing my cam. Okay, here we go. Let me hide the chat here. Okay, so yeah, this is a before and after GIF that, like I said, I'll occasionally say, hey, can you send me your model? And I'll go in there and I'll tweak stuff around, but I don't give you the model back. I'll give you screenshots of what I did, because I want you to learn. That's the whole point of this thing is, you know, I want you to take responsibility and you to take your model, and me to kind of guide the way. So I just want to kind of show you, you know what, here's how you can make it a little more appealing. And then I'll give you screenshots so you can kind of match it up and get there. So that's super fun to do. So that's the kind of feedback. Okay, sorry, screen share. Sorry I missed you there. Anyway, so let's get down to the important questions. Okay, so I've answered how long do I have access to the course? And the answer is lifetime access. Okay, and then another question a lot of people ask is there a guarantee? Is there a warranty, whatever? And yes, there's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So I want you to feel comfortable and try it out and get in there and learn. And you know what, if it's just not for you, or you're finding yourself just don't have the time or whatever, just say, hey, you know, this isn't working for me, you know, just whatever. And then you'll get a refund if you're within the 30-day window. So, and then let's get down to cost. Okay. So I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. Here is the enrollment page. Let me share my screen. Okay. So when I give you a link to the enrollment page, I'm going to show you, or this is the sales page. Okay. Let me load it again, make sure I give you guys the proper link. Okay. So here's a video that I made when I very first launched the course. I need to update this video because I don't talk about I talk about the Facebook group and not about the Google community. That's why we're doing this live video. Okay, so then I talked to you about essentially every single thing that we went through today. My history, and then everything you get, all the modules, and then the bonuses, and then, you know, who's it for? It's for these awesome people that are in there, you know, what types, and then some student results showing you some blockouts and final renders and some game characters. And Emily, I think Emily is in here right now, maybe not, but this is before she took the course, and this is after. This is my buddy Matt. I think Matt's in here too. Matt Armstrong. He was a 2D illustrator, and he took my course, and he just killed it. So there you go, a really cool fan art of Diva. And there's some frequently asked questions, and here's the 30-day guarantee, and here is the price. So I priced it compared to other workshops in this exact same area. So if you've taken workshops from other places, this is the pricing is very similar. Like I said, the trade-off is you get lifetime access, but you get a little less feedback from me. So like I said, it's not every single week. I want to iterate that. It's not every single week. I do try and give you feedback as much as possible, especially when you need it. That's when I really, you know, lock in and say, oh, you're almost done. Your appeal is not quite there. Let me help you to that, you know, get to that last bit. So I have a one-time payment plan of $697, and I have a two monthly plan for $387. So 2 payments of $387. So it's a better deal if you get the one-time payment, but I am leaving this enrollment open this time for 16 days. So Sunday the 18th at midnight. Okay, so that is, you know, hopefully you can see the value in it. I have a lot of students in here. I asked them to come and give their testimonials and tell you what they think about it and if it's worth the price. Hopefully. So anyway, well, it's $387 times 2. So this is 2 payments of this much. So I don't want to break it down any further than that, because then people forget, and yeah, payment plans are not, they're not the best thing to manage. So, but I did want to make it as affordable as possible, and that's why I broke it into 2 payments. And I just want to tell you guys, since you guys are here live with me today, I don't give discounts. I typically don't, but today I'm like, you know what? Maybe I want to reward the people who have come here and watch me today. So I'm going to give you guys a 10% discount today. If you buy it today, there's an area for a coupon, and just type in winter. Just type in winter in that coupon, and it's good until midnight Mountain Time tonight. Okay, so that'll give you 10% off either of these plans. And I you know, I thank you for showing up today, and I hope that helps you out a little bit. So anyway, that is it for the pitch, and let's get to Q&A here. Let me read. So get your questions rolling. Anything I didn't answer. So thanks you guys for piping in here. Is the coupon case sensitive? It doesn't matter, no. Just type it in. I think it caps it for you, like it puts it in uppercase, but just type in winter. It doesn't have a capital W or anything like that, just winter in the coupon spot, and it should give you 10% off. So thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, any questions you guys have? I'm open. Let me give you the enrollment page. That'd be smart, right? Let me get it in here so you guys can, there you go. So there's the enrollment page. You can get in there, and then if you hit, let's see, I'm gonna go to screen only. If you click on this enroll now, it'll pop you down to the bottom of the page. Then if you click on enroll now here, I accept all, well, I'm already in here, but I accept all credit cards and PayPal. So I go through this credit card place called Stripe. It's just an online credit card company, and PayPal. So you get in there, and then, oh, I wonder, I kind of want to show you. So maybe I can log out. I don't know. Anyway, there's just a page, and there's a place to put a coupon that'll give you the 10% off. Okay, so when do you get access to the course? Right away. So as soon as you're done, you just get in there and you have access. There's no waiting time. So the site is down. It shouldn't be down. Let me check. Okay, let me make sure. The link's not working. I'm going to give it to you one more time. So I'm gonna spell it out for you guys. It's basically it's 3D. So it's HTTP. Well, you can see it. https://www.characterworkshop.com/p/3DCW enroll. So ENROLL. Okay. So let me know if it's still not working. Is it work? Can you go there? It's not working for you? What the heck? Well, that's not good. Maybe is there too many people going there? Is it? Let's see. Because it's working for me. That's weird. Okay, let me it worked for you, Emmy? Okay. It worked for a minute. Okay, keep trying. It's working. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna go post it over in YouTube itself, because I'm posting I'm posting it through Restream here. So I'm gonna post it directly into YouTube. How about that? That link is just a typo, Matt. Okay, if you trim off the extra stuff after enroll. Oh gosh, okay. Let me make sure. Thanks, Dave. Hold on a second. Why is it doing extra stuff? YouTube. Here, let me trim it. Huh. There isn't any extra stuff. So click on the latest one that I gave you guys, YouTube. I'm gonna put a link on my front page. Yeah, it could be too much traffic, but typically no. On Twitch, it's all good. Okay. Oh my goodness. Delete everything after enroll. Is it putting? Okay, so maybe copy the link and paste it in your address bar and delete everything that comes in after enroll. If you guys are watching from YouTube, I'm sorry about that. I don't know why the link is being weird. It's still a 404. How about for you, Kimber? Is it still a 404 for you? Oh my goodness! How can I get you the link? That's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my homepage. I'm gonna update my homepage. I'll do that right after this is over. Okay. Oh, it tacks on a bunch of percentages and oh my goodness. Jose, yes, please ask Luigi. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, let me go back. If somebody can figure out how to type that link right at Notepad, make the font huge. Yes, okay, I'll do that. That's a good idea. Here we go. Gosh, thanks for being patient with me, guys. Oh my goodness, talk about a flub, right? Okay. No. Screen only. Wow, that's not very big. Let me open up Photoshop. Okay, I'm just gonna paste it right here. Hold on, making it a little smaller so you can read it. Okay, let's hide this and fill it with a black background. Oh my gosh, you guys. what the? Come on, Photoshop. My Photoshop's being slow now. Okay, here we go. We got it. This is it right there. You guys see that? That is what you should have. Okay, so let me ask, everybody's like, can't get in, can't get in. Worked for me in Firefox after deleting the extra characters. Yep. Okay, will you offer another class later in the future, or is this the last one? I will open it again. So I want to try and open it every quarter, just like a typical school. So that's why I'm calling this winter enrollment. So next quarter, I'll try and open it again. But I only open it for a few days, just like I am today. Do you have a different browser you can open it in? Hey, Sergio, welcome. You tried both Chrome and Internet? Oh my goodness. How often do I open it? I open it every quarter. You can place the link down below. Oh, let me do that. Okay. Somebody is smart. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to go into edit this video. Just put it down here. Had to take it into Internet Explorer as well. Why is it being weird? Okay, save changes. Hopefully it doesn't kill the stream. Is it still going? Kimber, is it still going? Okay. I put a link down below. It's right there. In the description of the video, it's right down there below. Okay. Will we be as good as you if we have a hat like you? You know it, James. This is my magic hat. It's like magic beans. Clove, you don't think the link is the issue? It honestly, it could be that there's a billion people getting in there right now trying to and bogging it down. All right. It works in the link below now. Thanks, Dave. And whatever service you're using, just duplicate the page. Yeah, I could do that too. I don't want to, I want to get to you guys' questions. Do you guys have any more questions about this? Okay. The description one works. Okay. So go into the description and click on the link. So it's down there in the description. Yeah, link down below this video. So everybody's saying that's working. Awesome. So try that. Okay, do you go on other character design, or is it just taking 2D characters into 3D? So Stephen, that's a fantastic question. I typically, and I'm gonna get into this right now. Let me switch to my full cam. Okay. So like I said, the link is down in the description underneath the video. I just put it there and people are saying that works. I really hope it works. And again, the coupon is WINTER. So W-I-N-T-E-R, all lowercase. It works with the coupon for 10% off. Okay, so the question was, do I get into character design? Yes, I do to a point, but I don't get into how to design a character from scratch. And the reason why is because in this industry, designing characters for a company is very, very, very rare. So you're typically not the designer yourself. And it's absolutely a possibility that you could be, but what I teach instead is I teach how to model from a concept, because that is 90% of the work in this industry for games. You will get handed a concept and you will be expected to model from it or model something similar. So that's what I talk about, is how to model from a concept and how to nail that concept as best as you can. That's where your value as a character modeler comes from. And but I do get into design, into the character design side of things, in module 2, and we talk about that kind of stuff. And I also talk about if you are not a professional concept artist, like you don't get paid to do that, and your concept is just maybe mediocre or amateur, and you try to model something of your own, your model will most likely come out amateur because you're modeling from an amateur concept, if that makes sense. Not to be harsh, but it's better to start with a professional concept that's been worked out and then model on top of that, or model to that concept. So that's just that's the way I teach it in this course. Okay. So if I enroll this quarter, can I participate in later quarters? Yeah. So Robert, sorry for that confusion. You have lifetime access. Once you get in, you're in. It doesn't end after the winter enrollment. You get to make as many characters as you want because, like I said, this is a journey. You start out with your first character, then your next one, then your next one. And it's so fun to watch these students gain in skill level and gain, because that's what it takes. You're not going to nail it. Well, maybe you are, but typically you're not going to knock it out of the park with your first character. You do one character and then you do, it's like learning piano or guitar or something like that. You have to practice, and you're not just going to learn one song and learn it really well. You're going to do the next character and then the next character and the next character. So if that makes sense, this is lifetime access. Once you get in, you're in. Okay. Industry wouldn't like to get a concept art given to you and then model from that. Yes. Okay. So advice for landing jobs. Yes, I do talk about that. I need to expand on that a bit more, and I actually have some things in the background that I'm working on that will speak just to that in particular. But the best thing to do, in my opinion, now this is very opinionated because this is how I've gotten jobs in the industry, is model characters that the company or companies that you want to work for. You need to model characters that are very similar to characters that they put inside their games. Okay, so if you want to work for Blizzard or Riot or any of those kind of companies, you need to make characters that look like, their characters, because ultimately they want to know that you can do the work. That this is a job, and they're hiring you to deliver final game assets. That is it. And there's been rants out there on Facebook and stuff talking about students' portfolios that aren't showing game characters. A high resolution character is fantastic, but the game character is ultimately what the companies want to see, because that is what they're paying you to do, is deliver a final game asset. Unless you're going into illustration or 3D printing or, stuff like that. So I hope that answers your question. So getting into the industry, you want to show that you can A, do the work, and B, that you can match their style. So those are the two things. Then you can push your ArtStation to them or your portfolio to them and show them that you can do it. Okay, so do I show how to prepare it for animation? Absolutely. We go over that in the character game creation section. I talk to you about how to prepare your game character for animation. I show you where to put the loops and how many loops. It does change per company on where the topology sits and how dense those characters are and how many triangles you can use, how many UV maps they want. That all changes, but I show you a typical workflow from a typical company. So that's kind of what I cover. I hope I answered that. And then, do I cover any rigging? I do not at this time. There is no rigging. I show you how to set up the character for rigging, but I don't cover rigging. So I hope that makes sense. Does your course go over high and low retop and map baking? Yes, it does, Steve. That is in the final course. I talk about how to bake maps inside of Marmoset Toolbag. I talk about how to retopologize and do your UV maps inside of 3D Coat. So, and somebody asked, are there any other payment plans like by 4? And no, currently I only have 2. And the reason why is because payment plans are kind of a pain in the butt to manage everybody's payments and coming in. I don't want to be focused on that. I want to be focusing on your art and things like that. So that's why I only have 1. I may do multiple in the future, but for now it's just the 2. So, okay. Let's see. Answered that. Rigging animation, covered it all. Yeah, not rigging, not animation. I don't cover rigging or animation, but I do cover how to set it up for rigging and animation. Okay, but you know what? I'm thinking about doing an animation course, and I'm thinking about doing a rigging course, and that will either be done by me or a really good friends of mine that are professionals in the industry. You know. So let's see. Here we go. So much cool tips. Let's see. How many hours of content? It keeps growing and growing. There are 59 lessons so far. I want to guess about 30-ish, 40-ish hours of stuff. And like I said, it keeps growing all the time. I keep adding interviews with professionals in the industry, and they add more teaching to the course. And I keep adding it more and more lessons. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. I don't want to grow it so big that it's overwhelming. I need to keep it all organized. It's not just like, you know, I'm not just throwing stuff in there. In fact, I have a new lesson coming that is, I've kind of changed the pipeline just slightly for the better, because ZBrush, when ZBrush comes out with new tools, I want to make sure that you guys are learning the latest and greatest tools and the latest way to do things. And I kind of recently discovered something with using ZRemesher instead of Dynamesh, and I'm working on a new lesson that should come out fairly soon. So that's just another thing, but I need to make sure it fits within the course and it kind of goes through and makes sense to you guys. Okay, so let's see. What's the difference between Z-sphere blocking and primitive blocking? So Z-spheres are connected. So when you draw out a Z-sphere character, all of the spheres inside of the Z-sphere, they're all connected. And so they're a little more difficult to edit, and your volumes and your shapes, you don't have as much access to them right away. When you're blocking out something with primitives, you can be sculpting and shaping those primitives as you add more primitives down the chain. I typically start with the pelvis and work my way either up or down the legs or up the torso. And it's completely editable. And it allows you to, you know, you can even pose it if you want. You don't need to, but you can pose it just to try it out and see how your proportions are working, how your silhouette's working. It's a super fantastic way to work. I love it. So I hope that helps. Z-sphere blocking out, I don't typically use Z-spheres for that reason, because they're connected and all of their volumes are whatever you make the Z-spheres, right? I mean, some people like to start that way. Me personally, that's not how I teach it in the class. Okay. Is this primarily for games then, or can the content of this course be useful for 3D character animators who want to add modeling to their skill set? So it is very similar to film characters, and you can also use this training for making 3D collectibles. That's why I do the 3D print, how to prep for print in the bonuses. And it's very similar to film, but the difference with film is the surface textures are of higher detail just because the game engines can't handle it. And they typically use displacement maps. I show how to do normal maps, and that's just kind of one of the differences between games and film. And then the thicknesses of the clothing. Typically, my good friend Christopher Wright, he works in film, and he used to work with me in games on Infinity, and he's like, you know what? One of the biggest differences is the thickness. So in film, the cloth is much more realistic, so it's really thin. But in Infinity and stylized characters, and especially if you're going to print it, they're typically thick. And there aren't very many holes. It needs to be watertight when you go to print something. So that's kind of the major difference. And yes, you can learn a ton leading up to film and animation if you want to add modeling to your career. So let's see. Okay, let's see. How much time to finish your first character? Honestly, it depends on the concept that you choose and how much time you have to work on it. I suggest starting out with simple characters and then working into more and more detailed characters as you go. And that's the beauty of having lifetime access to this course, is because you can, you know, start out with a simple character. And honestly, if that character is not working out, there have been students that have picked maybe a concept that's just a little too difficult for them in their first go. So I will ping them and say, you know what, hey, you might want to just kind of put this character on the back burner and start from an easier concept, because you want to be moving forward. You want small wins. You want your characters to be looking good as you go and as you're learning. If you're getting hung up on some difficult character, you're going to hit a wall and you're not going to want to do it anymore. So yeah, and I'm kind of there to guide you through this kind of stuff if you run into those things. So, okay. So somebody asked about certification. I do not have certification in the course, but if you need a certification for your job, or if your company pays for education, you can just ask me for a certification. After you've built an entire character, then I will give you a certificate of completion for your job in case you need to write it off for taxes, or if you need to get reimbursed from your job and you need something like that. So that's not a problem. Is it realistically possible to have your own 3D animated cartoon done by yourself? Clovey, that's an ambitious student talking right there. Yes, it's possible. Of course it's possible, but it's a matter of time, you know, because typically even animated shorts like the ones done at Pixar, they're done by a team of 100 people. You know, if you're trying to take one on yourself, you're going to be working just tons and tons of overtime and learning how to do all that stuff. That's why this course is so micro-focused on character modeling, because you are part of a bigger pipeline, and you come right after concept art and right before animation and rigging. So you come right before rigging and right after concept. You're right there. So if you want to expand your skill set and become more of a generalist, that's typically that happens in independent studios, where, like when I first started, I had to learn how to do animation and rigging because the teams were small and the consoles weren't these high definition consoles. I mean, I started on the PS1 and the Nintendo 64 and like Game Boy and stuff like that, you know, where the assets were very small and not detailed, and it took a lot less time to do those things. But these days in these consoles, it's just a ton of work. So you need to kind of get focused down and become really good at the one thing if you want to work for the larger studios, or you want to do the freelance for the larger studios. So, okay. Let's see. Yep, your awesome artwork will be certificate enough. Well said, Matt. Okay. Did I miss any? If I missed some, just post them again so I can see them, please. Let's see, certification. Okay. Yep, keep them coming. Let's see, we've been doing this for an hour now. Okay, and I'm gonna post the enrollment page again for those Twitch users. And if you're on YouTube watching me right now, the enrollment link is in the bottom in the description. The site is still down for you. Why? Are you from a different country? I wonder if that's part of the problem. Did you try the new ZBrush tool for molding forms? I don't quite understand that question, but if you're talking about Boolean Live to make character keys, yes, I do use it. I have not put a lesson in the course talking about that yet, but there is one planned, if that was your question. Okay. Pierre Paulo, that is an awesome question, actually. So, luck question here. If I don't have a job now and I take your course, how many chances I have to land a job after the course? So that all depends on your determination and your skill level. If you skill up really quickly, there's a fantastic chance. In fact, and I do not guarantee job placement with this course at all whatsoever. So I want to put that out there right now. But yes, I built this course with the intention of helping you gain the skills to get a job in this industry. But that being said, there are several students in my course that have gotten work from taking my course, from the skills that they learned from my course. And they've told me that personally, so that's why I can attest to that. But that being said, you know, you're not, I can't guarantee that you're going to get work from taking this course. So, but yes, some students have gotten work from the course. Okay. Are you using ZBrush 4R8 to teach the course? Yes. So I taught the course though, just so you know, I taught it before the Gizmo. So before release 2, but I do have a Gizmo lesson in there and I talk about the Gizmo. I just haven't talked about the live Boolean stuff yet. And then I have a super exciting announcement coming too, and that is I have sat down with my good friend Adam Manoa, and he is a 2D concept artist that wants to learn ZBrush. And I sat down with him for 3 hours the other day, and I recorded 3 hours of brand new training of me sitting over his shoulder digitally, walking him through every single step of the first module. And that is coming very soon. So I'm just in the middle of editing it. It's coming soon. But I walk him through updating ZBrush. I walk him through installing the user interface. So it's super duper hand-holdy, brand new to ZBrush, never have used it before, because there's a handful of my students that were just struggling with just the basic navigation and things like that. ZBrush, it's a horse to wrangle. The thing is gigantic and it's hard to get in there. So I wanted to do a brand new bit of training, and I think there's like 10 videos. If I break it down, there's 10 videos. I still haven't decided where I'm going to put that yet. You know, that makes sense inside the course. I don't know if I'm going to put it as a bonus or what, but it's coming super soon. And it's, like I said, it's a very slow drip. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm literally telling him what button to push. He's not watching me do it. I'm telling him, and he's like, okay, click here, yes. So that's coming soon. How much anatomy is in the course? Sylvia, that's a fantastic question. There is some anatomy right now, but I did not have time when I first made the course to put a full-on anatomy module in there. That being said, I want to do I don't want to keep saying what I'm hoping to put in there, but that's a big one. A big one is I want to do stylized anatomy and stick it in there. If you watch my my Twitch streams every Tuesday at 8, one of them, if you go back to YouTube and look up Shane Olson Pixelogic, there's one where I do an anatomy breakdown where I build a skeleton and I put all the muscles on it, but it's very, very stylized. So I'm going to expound on that and then make an entirely new module. I don't know when it will be available. Hopefully sometime this year. I'm trying to get it out, and that will be in addition to the course. So right now, not too much. I suggest Proko.com for animation. That's the best. Stan Prokopenko, he teaches anatomy through figure drawing, and his production quality is super high. And that's where I've learned most of my anatomy, is through Stan. So I'm going to kind of take what I've learned from him and rework it into some stylized animation, some tips and tricks and things to watch. Like if you're working on a calf, you know, you need to make sure the outside is nice and round and the inside kind of has a bump like this. It peaks at different. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be getting into that stuff. So Proko is just Proko.com, just Proko.com. So you can find that. Okay. Let's see. Could the course be paid for over 4 installments? Unfortunately, no. I may do 4 installments in the past, in the future, but not currently. And I've said this earlier. That's just because payment plans are really hard to manage. So I'd rather just have 2 for now, and I might do more in the future, but we'll see. So for now, there's just the 2. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Like I said, if you're on YouTube and you want to enroll in this course, the link is down underneath this video. That's the link that's working. If you're over on Twitch, I think this link works. Try that link. Don't use that link on YouTube if you're watching from YouTube. And I have I have 10% off the course today. So if you buy it today before midnight Mountain Standard Time, it is 10% off. And the coupon for that is winter. So WINTER, winter. That's the coupon that will get you 10% off until midnight tonight. But I am leaving the course, the enrollment open until midnight of the 18th. So watch for that. Okay. Hard question. How does this course differ from your original Gumroad course? I mean, it's similar in the way I teach, but the production value is way higher, and it's way more organized. There's text. If you go back and you watch this video, I'm going to leave it up for a while. If you go back and watch this video, I walk you through the course and I show you everything there is to know about it, and I show you how it's different. Let me see. I can, if you guys want to see it one more time. Did I close it? Can I show you guys my workspace? Well, this is pretty much it. I have a standing desk, and I have a Cintiq that's a 27-inch Cintiq, and then I have, you know, my camera here, and I typically sit when I work, but sometimes I'll stand. I know, Tom, right? A discount. Just, it's super small, but I wanted to award the people that showed up here, you know, live with me. I really wanted people to see this and offer them something. So I hardly ever, well, I haven't offered a discount since I opened the course. So I just wanted to do a very, very small 10% discount for you guys that showed up today. And just thanking you for joining me live. So the discount is winter, WINTER. That is the coupon. So, okay. A huge part of the class is the community. Thank you, Sean. Yes. Yeah, these are Oculus sensors. Yep. So I have I've been using Medium, you know, just kind of toying around with Medium. It's not quite there yet as a sculpting program, but it's getting there, and I like to play with it. Yes, Babu, that's fantastic advice. Whatever you do, don't do it for the money. You'll burn out before you get there. And that's the best advice ever, for sure. Okay. Let's see. Hey there, Harry. How's it going? Thanks for joining me, man. Just enrolled. Yay. Community is a huge. Yep. Thank you, Julian. Julian's been amazing in that community. So let me show you. I'm going to show you the community one more time for those showing up late. And that's okay. Let's see. So I just rolled over this Google Plus community. And the reason why is because I wasn't very happy with Facebook, because you have to slog through all the political stuff, right? Everybody just, they're not a fan of Facebook with the ads and the small pictures and all this kind of stuff. This is an awesome 3D model done by one of my students, Caitlin. She made this Elvira and she printed it out on a Form 2. This is, you know, fantastic, gigantic pictures. Here it is, the final render of it. And she printed this out. Super good job. Then here's her block out. And yeah, there's just fantastic art happening in the community. And lots of feedback from other students. So you look at all this nice feedback, and then let me show you. I'm going to say it again. I do these challenges, and so I do challenges because if you have lifetime access to the course, there's not really a deadline. There's nothing really to motivate you to finish a character. So I came up with, hey, maybe I should do these challenges to give people a deadline and a goal to reach, and we can all work together and help each other out and post our work in progress. And this is the third one now. I did a Halloween one, I did a winter one, and now I'm doing one that is based off of the concept artist Luigi Lucarelli. He's a phenomenal concept artist. You can see some of the art he does here. This is a Luigi, and Luigi has said, has gave us permission as a group to do this challenge. So I'm really thankful for that. Everybody's just been so grateful and helpful with this course. So people are already picking their most favorite Luigi images, but you can see this goes on and on forever. And so that's just a good way to give you guys a deadline and something to work towards. So yeah, so many choices. Please upload a link to the community. So you can only get into the community if you purchase the course. And when you purchase the course, you will get an email to you and inviting you to the community. And you just click on that link. You have to have a Gmail address, but you just click the link and you'll be invited. Okay, so that's why it's part of the value of the course, because it's only available to the students. Okay, let me log in here again. Once more, I'm just going to show you the modules that are available. You know, ZBrush fundamentals, character design, character blockout, character detailing the head and hair, character posing, and game character creation. Those are all the modules. And I'll just show you an example of the lessons that you'll see. So all of these lessons, and if you go into one of these lessons, it looks like this, and you can see kind of your progress here, and it shows you a little progress bar, and it shows you if you've completed any of these. And here's the video, and it comes with text and images and everything, walking you through exactly how to use ZBrush. And any plans on more payment options? Not at this time. Maybe in the future I might break it into 3 or 4, but right now there's just the 2. So no worries, Armando. Okay, let's see. Yep, 27-inch Cintiq. Yep, you can totally use a tablet. The only thing I suggest is not using a mouse. Please don't use a mouse to sculpt. So here's a video. This is just the production quality of the videos. I just want to show you. And it's my voice that you're hearing now, that you'll hear me teaching you and walking you through everything. You know, I'll show you live demonstrations on how to do all this stuff with the hotkeys. Everything step by step. I take you all the way through it all. Okay, so, all right, anything else? Yep, Scott, you know what? I'm gonna call Scott out. So Scott Briscoe, he is one of the most active students in the community, and he has been fantastic for answering a ton of feedback and questions and all that kind of stuff. So just like I said, the students in that community are just absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't have asked for better students. Yep, and Sean, you're in here, right? I want to thank you as well for answering so many questions. And I mean, there are tons. I wish I could. I'm just going to blanket statement thank everybody in there. There's no jerks. So a bit off topic. Would you consider showing rendering techniques during one of your Pixologic streams? I may. I don't know. I might do that sometime. It's a Pixologic stream, and you know, Keyshot is Keyshot, but it's still kind of hand holding with Pixologic. So I might do some of that stuff. But like I said, inside this, not in here. Hold on. Inside the bonuses, I want to show you. I have this interview with Mike Thompson, and Mike, he gets into rendering with Keyshot, and this is a fantastic way. Let me show you some of this. It's all good. I can rotate. So he shows how to set up lights inside of Keyshot and how he renders his stuff. Yeah, it's just fantastic. I love these interviews, and I have a whole bunch coming. There's been a lot of people that have said, yes, I'll do an interview with you. I'd be happy to. So I can't wait for those. Let's see. So yeah, again, here are the bonuses. We have a resource guide, rendering in Keyshot. That's right here. And then how to prep for 3D printing, part 1 and part 2. And blocking out the head. This is kind of a miniature version of the entire course. Just showing you how to block out a head, how to detail it out, and then how to create a game character out of it, like how to do the retopology, the UVs, and how to bake the maps. So this is kind of a miniature version of the entire course, just so you don't get overwhelmed. It's kind of an introduction. Let's go through just making a head before you take on an entire character. It's kind of like the baby step version of it. So, oh, thanks, Joanne. Yes, yes. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Everybody in there. Yep. Andre, I got to call it Andre too. He's great. Can. Yep. It's phenomenal. Okay, guys. Anything else here? Do you English subtitles in your video tutorials? Ali, I want to, but I have not yet because the platform that, here, let me switch back to full cam. The platform that I use, it's called Kajabi. It's a funny name, but that is what allows me to be very, very organized with all of the lessons in the course. They don't support subtitles yet. As soon as they do, I mean, I have some guys just waiting for those subtitles, and it kills me. But what you can do in the meantime is every single lesson, well, not every single one, the time lapses don't have it, but everything but the time lapses, they have text underneath the video. And so the best thing I can offer is for you to do Google Translate on that English on the text. So until I get subtitles, that's kind of what I have. I'm sorry about that. So, okay. Anything else? Yep, I answered the payment plan stuff. Yep, thanks for dropping by, Dave. Thank you so much. Maybe next time, Tim. Yep, I'm waiting for you, man. I'm waiting for you. Yep, save up the nickels. That'd be awesome. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been over an hour. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. Like I said, just for showing up live, I'm offering you a 10% discount if you pick up the course today. Again, the link is underneath this video. So follow that link. And in Twitch, the link is here. Don't follow that link if you're on YouTube. Okay, so the link is there. And the 10% discount is with a coupon. So when you go to check out, there's a place to enter the coupon, and the coupon is WINTER. So WINTER, that will give you 10% off. And that's just my thank you for joining me today. Like I said, I hardly ever do discounts. I have not done a discount until today. We'll see how it goes, see if you guys enjoy that. And then like this video will be available to watch later as if you want to watch back through it at this exact same address on YouTube. I'm going to leave it up, and you can't get to it by searching through YouTube. You're going to have to only get through it through the link. If you followed the link in the emails that I sent you, or the email that I put up on Facebook, or however you got here, just mark this address, and this is where the replay will be until the Sunday the 18th at midnight is when I'm closing the enrollment. So you have until then. And thank you very much again for joining me, and I hope to see you guys in the course. Thank you so much. And if you have any more questions that I missed, just send me an email at shane.olson, that's OLSON, at 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have before you purchase or whatever. And like I said, lifetime access, 30-day money-back guarantee. The price is $697 one-time payment or $387 two payments. So, and if you want that 10% discount, the coupon is WINTER, WINTER. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the course. Take care.